Hey everybody, Harold from Purple Crown here. I've decided to do another series in DAX. This one's on time intelligence. Date are one of the most powerful things to work with in Power BI, showing all your calculations across time. If you don't have a date table, what are you really comparing to? You just have a static period in time. That being said, DAX has a lot of really powerful time intelligence functions that help us view the information we want to view over time. Uh, these today I want to talk about prior period calculations, and there are four time intelligence functions in DAX. They're commonly used for prior period calculations. They do have differences, and they do have a lot of similarities. You may wonder why to use one and not the other. Well, today I'm going to explain how they work and why you would choose to use one or the other so that you can better determine what to use in your DAX measures. First one of these is Dateadd. So let's do a simple measure. All I have here is a matrix with year and month name. Nothing in there yet. Let's go ahead and add total sales to the matrix. So we have total sales by year and month in our matrix. Let's add some last year's sales measures. So I'll right click on my measure table, new measure. By the way, this is sample superstore data. You can get it on Kaggle. If you want to follow along, I'll put the link in my description. So our new measure will be last year. We'll just call it, we're going to do sales. We'll call it last year Dateadd sales equals. So we're going to start off with Dateadd. And it's a filter and a calculate function. What you want to do is calculate expression. We want to calculate total sales for last year, so we'll use our total sales measure. Total sales measure is just sum of sales. Calculate our total sales for Dateadd. And the arguments here are the dates. You want to use your whole calendar table. Date. How many intervals? We want to go back 1 year, so -1. What type of interval? We said 1 year, so year. And that should do it. We'll close our Dateadd and we'll close our calculate and see what we get. We'll go ahead and format this measure as a currency with 2 decimal places. And drop it in the box. So last year's sales Dateadd. 2014 sales 44 247.50. 2015 sales 484. Last year 484 247.50. So these should match, and they do. So we've got our last year's sales. So let's keep going. I'm going to get all these out here, then I'll show you the difference. So let's do it with same period last year. So new measure. We'll call this same period last year sales equals, and we just want to calculate again. We're calculating our expression as total sales, and we're going to do same period last year in our calendar table date. Close, close. So that should do it. We will format that as a currency. 2 decimal places. And drop that on our matrix. Same period last year sales. Okay. So same period last year sales. Last year Dateadd sales. So far they're doing the same thing. I'll show you the differences in a minute. Don't worry. We're going to do parallel period. So we'll call this last year PP sales equals same formula, well, same format, calculate total sales, except this year we're in parallel period. Dates is still calendar table date. Always use calendar table date for these, assuming your date table is linked. And interval -1, number of intervals, and a year is our interval. Close the parallel period, close the calculate, set this measure as a currency with 2 decimal places. And we will drop that one in our matrix. Same result. You're still thinking, what's the difference? Hold on, we got one more. Previous year. Last year PY sales equals, calculate total sales again, previous year, and really the only argument you need here is your date table, calendar table date. Close your previous year, close calculate. Okay. Well, let's format that as a currency. 2 decimal places. Make everything look the same. All right, let's drop that one on. Okay, again, the only difference here you see, previous year is not going to give you a total, but other than that, these all look the same, right? Let me show you where we get to the difference. If I expand some of these, you can see that, well, let's zoom in a little, expand 2016 a little. Okay, so you see at the year level, everything's the same. If we go more granular into, say, the month or even day level, we've got an issue. Dateadd in same period last year will filter down to that month level, day level, more granularity. You see 18,174.08 for January was last year's January sales. Last year's January sales are not 470, 532.51. That is total sales for last year. What's happening here is Dateadd is respecting other filters. It's just saying calculate the sales for last year respecting other date filters. So you will get down at the granular level, it will break it down in that filter context. Same period last year is basically syntax sugar for Dateadd. They just wanted to shorten the formula. So you're going to get the same granular breakout because it's based on the Dateadd. Parallel period and previous year are, I would say that's like an all filter. It's going to give you the calculation for that period that you specified and not respect any other filters. It's just always going to return the one total value for that period you selected, previous year, month, quarter, parallel period, month, quarter, day, whatever you selected. It's not going to respect any other date filters. It's always going to give you that. So depending on what you need in your report, you need to know this. If you just want a period year sales, fine. Use parallel period or previous year. But if you have to break it down to any other level, your numbers aren't going to jibe and people are going to look at you like, what's going on here? So it's good to know the difference between these. There's a lot of other resources about these. Alberto Ferrari on SQL BI does a lot of good stuff on time intelligence. I will try to do some more, like dates and period and dates between maybe my next one. For now, that's all for today. I hope you got something out of this. Hope it helps you with your DAX. If you liked it, please like it, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks, everyone.